non-negotiated plea. Is that correct?
Whoop. Here we go. Wow.
Did y'all hear that? This is a non-negotiated plea. Oh my God. Did y'all, all right, listen to this. Non-negotiated.
But have reached an impasse, and that it is Mr. Williams' desire to enter a non-negotiated plea. Is that correct?
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so risky.
Am I misinformed?
He's looking at his attorney. Guys, a non-negotiated plea, you don't know what you're going to get. The judge could give you anything.
That is scary.
With a negotiated plea, you know what you're going to get. You've reached the agreement with the prosecutor. With a non-negotiated plea, the judge can give you anything. You're throwing yourself on the mercy of the court. I never would have expected this. Hold up. Let's see what she said. This is crazy. They're talking it over.
Y'all need a minute in private? Yes. Okay. All right, we can recess.
Guys, listen, this is insane. This is insane. They're asking for a recess. Let me make sure. Hell no, man. I never would have expected this. Ever. Guys, this is the riskiest thing you can do. Why would he do that? I'm going to have to stop and think. Why in the hell would Thug, who's winning the case, put W if you think he's winning, put L if you think he's losing. W if you think he's winning, L if you think he's losing. If you're losing, then fine, what do you have to lose? But if you're winning the case, why would you plead out with no agreement? What he is doing, do you remember Muntunk? Muntunk accepted a deal where he had to testify against the state, and in return he had 28 years of probation. Well, when he testified, he didn't testify correctly. His attorney fucked him over a little bit, so his probation was up to be revoked. He could get 0 time taken away from him, or he could get 28 years. And so his attorney showed up to the revocation. His attorney explained, hey, I messed up. I had him sign this thing, and there was a lot of other stuff going on. And now the judge is just sitting there looking. And the judge has to think, I can take 0 years. I can take 1 year, sentence into 2 years, 3 years, 18 years, 28 years.
And the plot thickens, though, because Thugger Daily is saying Young Thug ended plea negotiations with the state and was about to enter a non-negotiated plea and needs a moment to think it over.
Hell yeah, he needs a moment I need a moment to think it over. Why would you do that? Why would you go in front of Whitaker, in front of any judge with all of these charges and be like, Judge, I'm pleading guilty. There's a body, guys. There are bodies. Well, we need to decide, what's he pleading guilty to now? We don't know. But why would you go in front of a judge and not know what you're getting? That's the thing. When you're winning the trial, this is unheard of, guys. You're winning the case.
Yeah, look at their body language too. If you bring it back and you see Steele and Adams and him in the middle, something's going on there.
No, he doesn't know what if you're Thug, this lady could put you in jail for life.
Totally agree. I just want to watch that part again, like seeing that.
I was shocked.
And that
I'm
it
shocked.
is Mr. Williams' desire to enter a non-negotiated plea. Is that
is the shocking thing when this lady says non-negotiated plea. That's the shocker.
Agreement, but have reached an impasse, and that it is Mr. Williams' desire to enter a non-negotiated plea. Is that correct?
He's thinking. He can't even say anything.
They're both staring at him.
They're listening.
Am I misinformed? Right.
Look at Steele looking at him. Why, Thug? Somebody write why, Thug. Why would you do this? Why would you plead guilty when you're winning? This judge can send you to jail for life. I mean, it depends on what he's going to plead guilty to, of course, but damn, there's bodies.
Y'all need a minute in private?
Yes.
Okay.
Guys,
All
this is insanity. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I have pled out so many people, but you better believe I know what's on the fucking table. Are there times to plead somebody open? Yes. But the times to plead somebody open is one, when you know that they got you and you want to accept a plea deal, but they won't give you a plea deal. What's an example? Suppose you commit a crime and they got you on videotape and they got you. And so you're hoping for 3 years. But the prosecutor doesn't like you for some reason. So the prosecutor is giving you 10. They're offering you 10 years. 10 years to serve in prison. But you think, man, if I plead guilty, the judge isn't going to give me 10 years. 10 years is too much. Like, you tell the prosecutor, just give me an offer for 3 years and I'll take it. They say no. You say, shit, give me an offer for 4 years. I'll take it. No, you're getting an offer for 10 years or you're going to go to trial. Can you really go to trial? They got you on videotape. So it's like, why go to trial? If you go to trial, I mean, you could end up getting 7 years, 8 years anyway. So you say, what you do is you go in front of the judge. You say, listen, judge, number one, I'm going to save the state resources. You're not going to have to spend all this money on my trial. But more importantly, I am accepting responsibility. And what you're hoping is, hey, I'm accepting responsibility, so go a little lighter. The state is trying to stick me with a damn 10-year plea offer. That's ridiculous. I want to plead guilty. I am guilty. Accept my guilty plea. Like, take my money. I want to plead it. But the state is not cooperating. So we've been negotiating and we have not been able to reach a negotiated plea. So this is going to be pled in a non-negotiated way. In Georgia, right down the street here, we call it pleading open. You're pleading open. You're going to plead guilty, but the manner is open because you don't know what the judge is going to give you. So let's say you want 3 years. You think, generally speaking, people get 3 years, but the maximum is 10 years and the plea offer is 10 years. You're like, I'm not going to plead to 10 years. That's the max. So you go in front of the judge and you say, listen, judge, I want to accept responsibility. And I did it. And no one's forcing me to say that I did it. No one's coercing me to say that I did it. This plea is entered willfully. I'm not on any medication. I can read, I can write. I'm a United States citizen. Like, I'm ready. And I'm basically throwing myself on the mercy of the court. And then the judge gets to sit back. Now, let's suppose your crime is you can get 0 years in prison. You can get 1 year. You can get the max, which 10. Now, if you are guilty, but you go to trial, a lot of times you will be punished by these judges. So if the judge was going to give you 5 years and you go to trial and lose, if the judge was going to give you 5 years because you plead guilty, but you go to trial instead and you lose, now the 5 ain't on the table no more. Now the judge think about 7, think about 8, think about 9, because you didn't accept responsibility and you made the state waste all its time and its resources. But if you plead out, a lot of times you'll get a lighter sentence. And so you want 3 years and you go in front of the judge and you say, man, I did it. I want to accept responsibility. And now the judge gets to sit back and decide.
So just to clarify, Lee, is it that the defense asks what they want, the prosecution says what they want, and the judge decides? Is that right?
Well, the prosecution can kind of say what they want, but it's up to the judge.
Right.
It's really up to the whole thing is up to the judge. It's not, it doesn't really matter what the prosecution wants. Now, a lot of times the defense will tell the judge, this is what they wanted. It's judge, you know, you're not going to give me 10 years. Why wouldn't they give us 2 years? Why wouldn't they give us 3 years? Why wouldn't they be reasonable and give us 4 years? They're offering us the max. This is ridiculous. They are not negotiating in good faith. That's why we're here. Oh, we got some more movement here. We got some head action. Let me make sure that we're all caught up.
Yeah.
This is, guys, I mean, I could have predicted 10 different ways this case was going to end. I would have never predicted this case was going to end in an open plea. Never. They're winning the damn trial. Am I wrong? I know I've been practicing law for 20 years, so maybe y'all, I see it different, but I thought the nigga was winning. I didn't see one thing that they had. I mean, but I need to slow down, because here's why I need to slow down. Why do I need to slow down? Because Brian Steele is the best criminal defense attorney, one of the best in the state of Georgia. I don't compare. Mr. Adams, one of the best criminal defense. I don't really practice criminal defense like that. Yeah, I've handled felonies and stuff, but not of this magnitude, not even close. If Adams is recommending him play, I can't understand it. I can't understand it.
2 counts. It's count 1 and 56. 1 is the RICO thing that everybody is pleading out on.
Are they only pleading to 2 counts?
For Thug, he has 2. Counts 1, which is the conspiracy for RICO, and count 2. The count 2 is count 56, which is the gang activity, participation in criminal gang activity. But the thing is, remember what Love said, the strength of the pack is a wolf. It's something about the strength of the wolf is the pack. So, they want the big fish. Thug is a big fish, allegedly. But I
know that's why they're giving him an unreasonable plea offer.
Yeah.
Why is Thug pleading?
Mm-hmm.
Why is Thug pleading? That's what I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's going to be revealed, but nobody predicted. Listen what I'm telling you. Nobody predicted this ending. Nobody. To plead open? Shit. I'm never pleading open. Take me to trial. He's in the trial. That's what I don't understand. You're in the trial. They know something that we don't know. You're in it and you're winning. Guys, somebody put in the chat, what have they proven beyond a reasonable doubt? I want you to understand how risky it is to plead open. The judge can give you anything. The judge can hit you with the max. Why would you just... I don't understand it.
The Fit Lawyer ATL is giving us some intel.
Tell her to come up, because she is better than me. Like, somebody needs a lifelong criminal defense attorney needs to come up and tell me what the fuck is going on. I'm gonna text you the StreamYard link.
Yeah, she dropped it at 3:55 and says, you cannot change your mind after the sentence. I overheard his last plea offer yesterday, and it was sweet, except for one thing.
Fit Lawyer, you gotta. Fit Lawyer, if you were his attorney, would you plead him open? Like, what? I would never plead that. We're winning. Oh, let me text you the damn link. I'm gonna email it to you if you want to come up. Please come up. This is no one would have guessed this. This is insanity.
She says, hell yeah, drop the link. She'll come.
Let me email it to you. This is insanity, guys. Pleading Thug King Slime open. I don't know what the charges are. And then go to jail for life.
Yeah, those just 2 counts. But I wonder the part that was the problem.
What are the counts? What is it specifically?
Let me bring up the indictment.
I just Fit Lawyer ATL. And Fit Lawyer ATL, she is a lifelong criminal defense attorney here in Atlanta, has practiced in the same courtroom, has practiced in the same courthouse, has practiced against the same Fannie Willis District Attorney's Office. So I have emailed you the link, but you have to come up. You have to come up, because this is some... this is the thing. I don't want to say it's BS, because apparently Brian is co-signing it. Apparently, Adams is co-signing it, but that's not correct. Why? What did Bruce Harvey say yesterday about Quay's plea? Bruce Harvey said it was an excellent plea.
Mm-hmm.
What did Westmoreland say about Quay's plea when Clay quit out? That Westmoreland said it was an excellent plea offer, an excellent offer.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Harvey said it was an excellent offer. What did Quay's wife say? Quay's wife said Quay didn't even want to take it.
Yeah.
He didn't want to listen. Quay didn't want to listen to Westmoreland. Quay didn't want to listen to Bruce Harvey.
Yeah. I think it could be count 56, which is participation in criminal street gang activity.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe it's that because of his reputation. I don't know. Let's ask Fit.
Let's say that. Let's just say, Jesus Christ. Listen, guys, I don't under. You guys will accept. You guys will reject plea offers that are great. It's not our case. If we're attorneys, we can't make you accept a plea offer. It's your case. You just pay us. You guys will pay us $25,000, $50,000, $75,000 and ignore us. You will. You will pay us so much. You would think people wouldn't pay us a lot of money and then ignore our advice. You do it every day. Quay was ignoring Westmoreland's advice. Quay was ignoring Bruce Harvey's advice. Bruce Harvey. So it could be the case that Brian Steele is telling Thug, let's take it to trial. We're winning. It could be that Thug is the one that's like, man, let me out of here. I can't do it. Let's plead it out. You can see there's dissension. Let me tell you, and I can just tell you right now, Thug is not on one accord with his attorneys.
I think that's what it is. He's the only one out of all those defendants that has that count.
Really, Thug is not on one accord with one of his defendants. You can tell right here whenever you, and Fit Lawyer, I'm gonna bring her up in a second. Whenever you have this bullshit going on right here, where it's at, when the judge, this right here, this shows you that there is confusion. This right here shows you there is confusion because the judge asked them a question and they're looking at each other. They are not on one accord as to whether or not this plea should go down. Guys, we are watching a plea that's possible.
Okay. All right. We can recess.
They need more time. I can't believe it. Let me bring up the Fit Lawyer ATL. Fit Lawyer ATL in the house. What, man? You believe this?
I'm not surprised. Well, I can't believe the non-negotiated part. I'm not surprised by the plea. I'm not surprised by the plea. But I am surprised by non-negotiated because, like you say, when it's non-negotiated, like AB was saying, you will.
Wait, let's stop it. First of all, introduce yourself. Let everybody know what you got going on and where people can find you. And who are you? A quick. All right,
I know I'm just ready to get into it. So, the Fit Lawyer ATL. You can find me on all social media under that name. My YouTube is the Fit Lawyer ATL. Be sure to search it all together, so don't space it out, and it should come up. Been practicing in Atlanta for 19 years. Started as a public defender, private practice now for the last 10 years, doing criminal defense and personal injury.
Excellent. Now we have heard that Thug is thinking of pleading this open, non-negotiated. First of all, tell us what's the difference between a negotiated plea and a non-negotiated plea.
Yeah. So a negotiated plea is something that you've already worked out with the prosecutors. And so when you stand up to enter it, you let the judge know that we are both in agreement to this resolution. However, the court does not have to accept a negotiated plea. The judge can reject that even though the state agrees to it. The judge has the final say. And so if a judge rejects a negotiated plea, sometimes she will give commentary about the things that she doesn't like about it and the ways that it can be better. You can agree to accept her changes, or you can withdraw it and decide to continue and go to trial.
Okay, so that's for negotiated. If you don't like what she says, you can be like, forget it, I'm going to go to trial. Now, can you do that with an open plea? Can you do that with a non-negotiated plea?
A non-negotiated plea, also called a blind plea, is a plea that you enter, and when the judge grants the sentence, you are stuck with that.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes. So what happened, the state would have made their last offer. You will have made your counter and you all don't agree. But what you can typically do sometimes is get the state to agree that their offer that they were offering will be the ceiling. So while you don't know what the judge will do, you will be able to say, this is the cap. So we won't ask for more than what we were offering. You can ask for less and the judge will fall in the middle.
Okay, so what you're saying is you think that the prosecution and the defense have agreed to some type of cap.
Not always.
That's the thing,
right? I would
This
think in a
is shit.
situation where they had an offer that they were willing to allow you to take, most times they will agree to stop it there with their request. And so as they present it to the court, they will say, Your Honor, we were asking for this. And then the defense will present their side, and then they will ask the judge what they're asking for. You hope the judge goes with what you're asking for, and she can do more, but she can also make it even better. I've seen that sometimes.
Yeah. What? I'm just shocked by this. What do you think the rationale is? Would you ever consider is a strong word, but in your 2 decades of practice, when you're in a trial and you're winning a trial, have you ever stopped the trial to plead it open?
Who said they were winning? Like
they're winning. Now they haven't won, but they are winning.
But I told Mr. Williams, you okay with me saying this? Yes. I told Mr. Williams that I think we're winning the trial.
But no, but that's your opinion, right? And so that's how we, the public, feel. But you have to remember, yes, the jury has not seen all we have seen. So they haven't seen the motion arguments for things that are kept out. They haven't seen supposedly, if they're following the rules, they have not seen the motion for mistrials. So they haven't seen as much as we have. And as I was saying the other day, they still have also heard bad things that they are accused of doing. Somebody's dead. Somebody's grandmama house got shot up. Somebody's mama house got shot up. Somebody's girlfriend got unalived. So you assume that because the prosecution is doing not so well in their presentation that you're winning, but the jury will go back to the deliberation room with all of that evidence. And like you say, sometimes they decide to split the baby.
Splitting the baby. I talked about that yesterday. These juries will split a baby on your ass real quick because there are bodies. And so the jury could be like, listen, I sat here for a year of my life. There are bodies and I'm just supposed to let everybody go. I mean, we go send somebody to prison. I mean, juries will do that. Go ahead, AV.
Yeah, just a quick question, Fit Lawyer ATL. I do have the indictment here on another screen. And, we were talking a little bit about the counts that Young Thug has attached to his name specifically. One is the RICO count, and count 56 was the criminal gang activity. I never noticed this before, but he's the only one that has that. Do you have any insight on that at all?
He's the only one with the participation in criminal gang activity charge.
I found that to be very odd.
Nichols, I thought Nichols had a couple of those charges as well, and they were dismissed. So I haven't studied the indictment, so I can't say what other people were charged with, but I thought that Nichols also had those charges. However, I believe that the plea will not be to either. And could possibly be amended to other things just because there are other charges pending, correct? There are charges that were done when he was arrested.
Gosh.
There were guns and drugs that were found in the home when he was arrested. There were others in the home as well, but there are other charges. Also, when you go non-negotiated, the judge is fed up with the state. And as corporate America is saying, like, you hope that the judge sees the injustice, all of the sloppiness of the state. She said she wanted to fix it. So you kind of hope that she will give you what you're asking And I really believe the non-negotiated plea is to get out of whatever the state would be requesting for him to possibly admit on, like in the factual allegations. Maybe, I'm not sure. Like, why couldn't they reach a deal?
Yeah.
And go ahead, AV.
Yeah, no, because that is, I was wondering like why the negotiations stopped with the state, and it led us to where we are right now. So that's why I was curious, because this seemed like a surprise for everyone, really.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised that everyone's trying to enter a plea at all. It's a guaranteed result.
Gotcha.
It is. Well, that's the part about the open plea. It's not a guaranteed result. That's what's so weird, right? That is what has me floored. And guys, Yak Gotti, Doug Weinstein has the ability to plead it open. Doug Weinstein's like, fuck you, I'm going to trial. Max Sharp has the ability to plead his client open. Shannon Stillwell. They're like, man, we ain't pleading this open or closed. We ain't pleading negotiated or non-negotiated. Why is it Thug?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth!